Good evening everyone and welcome to TFRL Porsche Supercup. We are here for round 7 and 8 here at Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit, better known as Bathurst. I'm Jim Said 14, your solo commentator this evening. Oxide would normally be doing commentary, he hasn't got back to me, so I am stepping into the breach to do the commentary here tonight. We've got 10 drivers, as you can see, with qualifying going to begin at 6 o'clock, and I'm going to put the link to the YouTube into Discord. Let me just get this up. You don't want to hear me again while I do this. Copy link, Discord, Porsche Supercup. There we go. Right. So the live stream is now in. Everyone is remaining for the pits until 6 o'clock. And if you're wondering why we are starting a little bit earlier, of course we've got the small problem of the Mexican Grand Prix. Qualifying will begin at 6. Then we hope to start just after 10 past 6 for the race, for the first race, 20 minutes. Hopefully we can get a 10-minute break in. We might have to shorten the break though tonight if the timings are against us. And at the minute they currently are not, and we hope to be finished by 7 o'clock tonight, which gives everyone 10 minutes to tune on to Sky or Channel 4 or BBC Radio 5 Live, as in my in my eyes, because I'll be listening to it on the radio because I haven't got Sky, unfortunately. Somebody buy me Sky please if you're listening. But we are here. There are 10 drivers out on track, and I shall run you through the grid that we've got tonight. So we have Elliot F6 in the Race Hub livery, Doug in the Costa Coffee livery, I should say, Granger 10 in a bog standard purple Porsche, Jerez are in another Costa livery. Both Doug and Jerez are technically on the same team if this was a team's championship. Superhero as well as Elliot running the Race Hub livery. 7-7 is running the Caterpillar livery. Pablo is running, I don't know what that livery is. It's a nice livery. K&K Dot is running similar to sort of one to mine. That is a Porsche Carrera livery. I think it's from the British Porsche Carrera Cup Championship. Durdude is running the Pooh Jeans livery, and Small Guy is running a purple Red Bull livery. And we are about to get started here in qualifying. I do believe we've got a minute left until we start, and we shall see who is going to set quickest. There was a practice lobby set up last week. I set up that before the American Grand Prix. K&K Dot was quickest, but I was racing then. K&K Dot was quickest, and he has been quickest in pre-practice before the stream was set up, setting a 2:11 flat. So just watch out for that when qualifying does start, and we are about to start, I do believe, because we are running down the time now. It should be 6 o'clock. We are roughly I don't know how long we're away actually. Let's have a look. We are about, well, we're about 2 seconds out. There we go. 6 o'clock is now gone and we are ready to start. So I'm sure there'll be a livery. I'm sure there'll be the first cars coming out on track, and yep, that Small Guy 2001 is going to be the first car out on track in the purple liveried Red Bull. And now qualifying has started in earnest, and the cars will begin to come out the pits. Small Guy is the only one out on track. Everyone is now electing to go out. There should be a message getting put in the chat on the left hand side of your screen for any seconds now to say that qualifying has started. Everyone does have 10 minutes, so I think we are going from around 5:40 out on track, because Small Guy, yeah, about 5:45 we started from, so we should be going up to around 15:45, which is 10 minutes exact. And anybody else that sets their laps after that will be invalidated, and I will keep a close eye on who might be on their final lap. Grandeur 10 is just exiting the pits now. He's the last one to come out on track. But Small Guy is first out. Superhero follows him with Doug and a whole concertina of cars. Oh, Elliot going for a bit of a spin, and he's round. Bad to say, but that was caught on stream. And Elliot has spun round at the top of the hill. It's just after turn 4, the left-hander. Running up the hill. This track is known for its sea level change and elevation change, I should say. Dirty 77, Pablo and Grandeur 10 are all out on track now. So, put down in your predictions. I don't know how many viewers we've got on the stream. The stream link should be out in the chat. So if you are tuning in, welcome. This is Porsche Supercup. I'm JamesHead14. I'm your solo commentator. And we are ready for a night of action here in Porsche Supercup. And hopefully it doesn't overrun into the Mexican Grand Prix, as Small Guy is about to start his lap. He comes around the final 3 corners. He's brake at the 150 metre board here. Is my recommendation to drivers and going through second gear in that. At that corner, and Small Guy is about to start his lap. I will flick through everyone. Oh, Small Guy just losing the back end, and now he begins his lap in earnest. Let's see what he can set as he's up on the run up to turn 1. And it's a shame I can't ride on board actually with him. And there we go. I found the zoom feature at least. In this. Oh, there we go. I can see what he's going at. Goodness me. And running up, you should be around a 20.4, 20.5 if you want to be setting 211s. You want to be around a 20.5 through the first sector. Small Guy was a 20.9, so he's just off the pace slightly. Of course, these guys do have the option of going. They will be using the Super Soft compound tyre. It was made very late decision about the tyre wear. There was talk about tyre wear actually getting removed out of this Grand Prix because the tyre wear around here on the Super Softs especially is quite ridiculous. I wouldn't be surprised if there is pit stops in the races either tonight. The Small Guy is now coming down the hill, and this is the trickiest section on the track. These shaped corners of right and left again. And he clips the wall there. Let's see how he goes through there. Don't want to be getting caught too tight. Nice line through there, if I've got to be honest. Small Guy now makes his way down the hill. This is the trickiest section on the track to get the brakes stopped. Go to around 50 miles an hour and don't hit the wall on the outside. Lovely line through there. And that is exactly the line you want to be taking through there. And Small Guy was very quick through there. Not as quick as me, I don't think, in pre-practice. But Small Guy now reaching 150. He will get up to around 165 mile an hour come the end of the straight. Is he going to choose it up to 6th? Yep, 170 mile an hour reached under braking. Down into 2nd, I hope. He's gone into 3rd, and that's why you don't go into 3rd at that corner, because you hardly make the corner. But Small Guy is still on his lap. So let's see how he's doing. We'll go on board with Doug and Superhero on a lap very, very soon and see what they're setting. Small Guy coming around the final corner now, and he is going to set a 2-minute 13.1, which isn't a bad lap, but I think Doug might be going quicker behind him, and Doug is about to come across the line. He's actually nowhere near Small Guy in the end. He's 6/10 off. Superhero now across the line, and he goes 3rd. Hair Razor coming across the line now. He looks like he's going to be getting pole here. Ooh, 23.2 I think that was from Hair Razor. Doug and now Elliot's coming up towards the line. He's currently setting the best lap time, and he does. Goes quickest by 600ths of a second there in the race up livery, and Elliot gets pole for now. Kenke Dot must have made a mistake on his lap. 7-7 coming across the line, goes ahead of him. Grandeur 10 is on his lap, and Pablo was coming to the pits, and I think he's just about to come out the pits as well. Just looking on the top of the screen there, and Grandeur 10 is now coming down this lap. This doesn't look to be troubling the likes of Elliot and Small Guy and Hair Razor at the top, but let's see what he's going to do anyways. Grandeur 10 now coming across the line. It's going to be around a 2:15 I think here. Yeah, 2:15.4. Goes 8th ahead of K&K Dot, and he's only 5/10 off 7-7. very interesting as Grandeur 10 goes for a bit of a spin at turn 1 there. Current rundown of the order is Elliott in first, Small Guy in second, just clipping the wall. Jerez in third, Dirty fourth, Doug in fifth, Superhero in sixth. Top 6 currently separated by nearly 9.5 tenths of a second, just under a second. 7-7 Grandeur 10, KK Dot and Pablo, who is yet to set a lap. And be careful because time is beginning to run out for these guys. Hopefully we do get a break in proceedings between first and second races, and I will tune into the Discord chat and get some post-race 1 thoughts. Post-race 2 thoughts probably won't happen if the timings do go against us for tonight's race. I mean, this was put back from last week, and I was very keen to get the race on, and Elliott, I think, might be going quicker here. He is, he's 2 tenths up. Let's see what he's setting. 2:13 flat at the minute, and looking, everyone should be setting. People were setting, oh, and that's a huge mistake there, and he's cut across the grass, mowing the lawn, as it's called. Elliott is coming in the pits. Wise decision, possibly. He's right beside the pits. Wouldn't be surprised if anybody else follows him in. Somebody is behind him, though, on track. That, I think, is... Who is that on track? That's K&K Doc coming up towards the line. Oh, and he goes quickest by... wow, nearly a full second. And K&K Doc, the Spaniard, sets provisional pole for now, as we are reaching around 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. By my calculations, Pablo is coming across the line in his outlap. Let's see what he actually sets, Pablo, and I will pick up on any changes in the order. Oh, and he spun out of turn 1. He has got his wipers going, though, for some reason. Very, very strange. Pablo makes a mistake out of turn 1, so let's go on board with somebody else. People are on their outlaps, actually. Elliott, Small Guy. Jerez are just in behind Small Guy, getting a bit of a tow. This could be helping him. But keep an eye on them super softs, because they are beginning to wear off on some of the guys. Jerez around the left-hander. Oh, just losing it a little bit, but not too bad. And Jerez is improving by 3 tenths of a second, so he will go second at this point, theoretically, if he continues this up. Very nice line down the hill, and that's the sort of line you do want to be taking down the hill. Small Guy just whacking the wall in the background there. And Jerez taking more speed than Small Guy did on his on the first lap that was broadcasted. Jerez now running down the hill. This is looking quick from Jerez. Don't think it'll be quick as Elliott, and I think that might be him or Superhero ahead. It's Superhero ahead. He's got a penalty on his lap as well. And theoretical best for Jerez, and he is going second at the stage. 4.5 tenths up nearly in the middle sector. So let's see how he's going to get on. That was in the 3rd sector, sorry. Of course, there's 4 sectors around this track. Jerez are now backing off. By the looks, I think either he made a mistake there, or he has just backed off a little bit to try and save those tyres for a final lap burst. We have just got under a minute left, if I think correctly. Jerez is improving, though. Oh, no, he doesn't. He did make a mistake there in the final sector. If he can get that right, he might be going 5 tenths, 6 tenths quicker, who knows. Let's go on board with somebody else on a lap. Doug is 6 tenths up in the 1st sector. That's a good improvement in the 1st sector there, 20.6 in the 1st sector. Let's see how he gets on. There will be, it looks like the car coming towards the line, who is Pablo Escobar. Pablo Escobar might be the final car across the line at this rate, and I think he is. Pablo is going to be the final car across the line, just to confirm if Elliott is listening in. Pablo Escobar will be the final car across the line. Whoever this is coming across the line now, Grandeur 10, this is going to be his final lap of qualifying. Grandeur 10 coming across the line, no improvement here, but that is his final lap. As everyone else is now on their final laps, and Grandeur 10 goes for a spin. So if everyone is listening, let's go on board with the first car. That's Doug coming down the hill, and let's see if drivers can have a flurry of improvements here. Hardly suspect they will. Now Doug's running down the hill, getting caught a little bit wide off the apex. And Doug is now coming towards the end of the middle, at the end of the third sector, and he's 141.8 through there. He's 7 tenths up. This is going quicker than Elliot at this stage. And Elliot is on a lap, so we'll see on board with him. Third gear, not really suiting Doug through there, if I've got to be honest. Second would have been more applicable. And Doug now coming across into the final corner. He's coming around the final corner now. He's about to come across the line. Doug, is he going quicker than K&K Dot? I think he's just going to be shy of his time, but he is closer, 212.8 from Doug, and that is his final lap completed. Everyone now coming across the line. Elliot had an invalidation on his. Small guy is about to come across the line, however. Let's see what he's setting. This is an improvement. He goes up to 4th ahead of... oh, and Harris has gone pole. Harris goes pole, but is K&K Dot improving? Yes, he is. 211.8 and denies Harris of his debut pole position. Superhero. That was small guy, actually. Trying to slow down. Elliot does improve, goes up to 3rd. Quite a flurry of improvements. Dirty not improving. 7-7 not improving. Grande 10's gone for a bit of a spin. And Pablo Escobar is going to be the final one coming across the line. Dirty is not on a lap. Pablo is coming across the line now. And Pablo, yeah, he does improve. He's only 1.2 seconds off Grande 10 in the end. So the whole field covered by about 5 seconds. There will be instructions put up in the chat very soon of what the guys are going to be doing next. But there we go. K&K Dot with a 211.8. Jerez with a 212 flat. Elliot with a 212.4. Doug in 4th with a 212.8. Small guy in 5th with a 213 flat. Dirty with a 213 6th and 6th. Superhero in 7th with a 214 flat. 7-7 with a 214 1 and 8th. Luckily he wasn't 7th because that would have been a bit of a mouthful to say. Grande 10 in 9th with a 215.4 and Pablo with a 216.7. All laps have now been completed, and I do believe we are about to get prepared for the race start. Everyone is, I think, going to be meeting up in the final sector. There is a car around. I'm guessing that's Elliot. Yeah, Elliot's waiting at the first corner. No faster lap should be posted, even though everyone is... Yeah, no one is improving on their laps, which is very good to see. And just get prepared for the race start to begin, whenever that may be. Grande 10 is the car that is off in the final sector. And we wait and wait and wait. I will give you an update on the standings, actually. I think that small guy going for a bit of a gravel excursion in the back of shot. Let's have a look at the time, actually. We are 6:15, so we might be running a bit behind here. We've got an hour to go until Grand Prix. But the current standings, as of 2 weeks ago, because obviously we didn't participate last week, Elliot leads the championship on 40 points. 40 points. K&K Dot in 2nd on 38. Xbree X30 no longer with us, I don't think, because his game has messed up. But every race that he has competed in, he has won. He's still in 3rd in the championship. Then it's a tie for 4th between myself and Small Guy. And of course I'm not racing tonight, so that I'll be still on 29 coming in this race, of these races. Small Guy tied on 29 as well. Doug in 6th on 24, and Jerez are in 7th on 21. 19 points separating the top 7. 7-7 on 8 points in 8th. Superhero in 9th after his debut race weekend last time out in Fuji. He's got 7 points. Dirty on 6, and Grande 10 on 2 points. Hopefully he can add to that total tonight as well. I'm just waiting for the guys to get around. I think everyone is parking up on the start-finish line, and we are about to get started here in TFRL Porsche Super Cup. Hopefully nobody has deserted me and everyone is still here. I'm going to check if there's any comments. If you do have any questions though, if you just want to generally say anything to me, thank you to the one person that is watching. I'm glad I'm not boring anyone. And Porsche Super Cup is about to begin, and we do have a new subscriber at the channel, so thank you very much to whoever that is. I will double check that. If we can get the finals started, that'd be so much appreciated. Elliot is running around in ghost mode, which I'm guessing means that he is typing into the chat. And we are about to begin here in Panorama, Bathurst, for round 7 and 8 of the TFRL Porsche Supercup Championship. But while we wait, I've done the standings. Yeah, it's just a bit of a waiting game, to be honest now. Elliot is coming down straight, as you can see. Everyone is parked up on the grid. We're just waiting on Elliot now to get round. Fashionably late, as per usual. Let's hope everyone is in the Discord chat. I can double check on that. There are 10 people in the call. I'm not in the call. I will join halfway through. Yeah, I will join halfway through. Elliot is still in pause. Please get out of pause mode so we can actually start the race. Be so much appreciated. And as soon as he's said that, got his indicator on, and as soon as he parks up in that third spot, we should be ready to go here in TFRL Porsche Super Cup, and the final will begin very, very shortly. Elliot now parks up in that third place spot. I think he's just about to press go on the I think let's have a good clean race indeed, says Swift. I will give an update on the GT3 side of things after this. Everyone is parked up on the grid, and as soon, I don't know what the hold up is, but I hope we get going very, very soon, because I'm conscious that we are running behind schedule. And Elliot now is posting in. Small guy is jumped. Get back in your spot. We want to start this sometime soon. Right, start it now, I think. Quencher 10 is reversing in 9th place. Pablo Escobar. Everyone is there, so we should be fine to get this race started. Don't know what Jordan is doing in the background. Here we go. 10-second countdown has now begun. Finally, we are about to get underway. If Jordan can get back into his 9th place spot, that'll be perfect. And he has done. And we are now loading into the lobby for round 7 of the TFRL Porsche Super Cup Championship. TFRL PSCC for short. And on pole is King Kiddo. Jerez is second. Everyone is in their correct positions, which is good to see. And we are about to get started here at Mount Panorama. I'm a bit jealous of the guys racing around here tonight. We having to do commentary duties. We are about to get started though. And everyone revving up their engines. We're about to say go. Long hold. And we're off and racing here in TFRL Porsche Super Cup Championship. And Jerez has got a horrible start. Kenke Duck good off the line and a shot. Clear. Elliot trying to dive into turn 1. Everyone clean through turn 1, which is good to see. Pablo Escobar lagging behind at the back, but K&K Dot leads the run up the hill in first. Elliot in second, Jerez in third. Then it's Doug in fourth, with Small Guy going side by side around the outside of him into turn 2. Let's see if he can complete this off. And I think that's Jordan going for a move on Superhero in the background of shot. Small Guy just running a little bit wide, and he didn't quite complete that move done. And 7-7 I think that was. Just getting caught up in a little bit of the wall. Just hitting the wall a little bit there. Superhero just getting caught on the camber of the corner there. And KK Dot's racing away early with 8/10 the lead. Elliot in second, Jerez the third, Doug in fourth. Small Guy has got a little bit of a gap in fifth, and he's got Grande 10 behind him in sixth. Superhero, Dirty, 7-7 and Pablo. Everyone separated by around 6 seconds at this stage, and KK Dot. Elliot must have made a mistake there. Doug just running into the gravel, and KK Dot now is 1.4 seconds clear. So let's have a look at the pressure being undertaken by Jerez, and KK Dot's made a mistake from the lead of the race, and it interferes with Elliot. Jerez getting forced in the wall. He had plenty of room there. KK Dot, Small Guy and Doug, that is, going side by side, and Jerez now up to second. We find cross deliveries, I've got to say, for the two guys, Jerez and Doug, and we are approaching the end of lap 1 of this 20-minute endurance race. We should be getting around 8 or 9 laps out of this, and KK Dot leads the way early from Jerez. Elliot now looking around the outside. It's going to be a test of who's got the balls and who's got the brakes. Going down into the third last corner here on circuit. Jerez is hanging around the outside as the camera cuts away, and he's got that move done around the outside. Lovely move by Jerez. And Kenke Dot leading, Jerez is second, Elliott third, Doug now beginning to join onto this, and he's having to lock up into the corner. Just about made it. Elliott getting forced on the grass a little bit there. Might have been forcing a bit of mistake, but Kenke Dot completes lap 1 in front. Small guy now going for a move on Doug in the foreground of shot, and he's got that move done up to 4th place. Doug, maybe the tyres are already starting to go on those super softs. And Grand Jet 10 now is pretty much going side by side with him. Let's have a look at this. I think that 7-7 dropped down at the back of the field. He's been overtaken. He must have made a mistake somewhere out on track. And Grand Jet 10 right on the back of Doug. Is he going to try it? It'd be silly if he does. He is forcing the move down the inside. He forces Doug a little bit wide, but I think he does let him through there. That was a bit harsh if he was going to try and complete that move, and he was forcing a bit of a mistake there with Grand Jet 10, and he's got the Super Hero all over the back of him now in that second race of livery. Currently sitting in 7th after his 5th and 6th, of course, in Fuji. He'll be looking to see if he can get any better results here. Dirty 7-7 and Pablo Escobar are at the back of the field. Everyone's still separated by around 12 seconds. Pablo just lagging behind like he normally does at the back. Dude clipping the wall in the background. Let's see what's going on, and there is a battle for second. Kenke Dot's now got away. Elliott must be really struggling on those supers because Jerez and Small Guy are now beginning to catch him on the downhill section, but Elliott, picture perfect through there, has now begun to pull away and has gained 4/10 on the downhill section to Kenke Dot, and that gap has now gone under 2 seconds. It's going to be around 1.7 running down the straight, I imagine, as Kenke Dot has got that lead, and the Spaniard is pulling away just about from Elliott. Jerez a third, Small Guy in 4th. Lovely camera shots running along the rail cam here on track. That was beautiful shot. Super Hero's gone past Grand Jet 10 in order that. Dirty 7-7 and Pablo, who has crashed right at the back and caught on the barrier. And Pablo, not sure what's happened to him, but we can still continue. He is a long way behind. Have we seen any moves? Oh, Super Hero having a bit of contact with Grand Jet 10. Not sure what happened there. Dude was caught up in that as well. So a bit of 3-car contact. I was very late to that, so I do apologise if I did miss that. Grand Jet 10 might have made a mistake, and he is making mistakes. So Super Hero's now all over the back of him and going for the overtake around the outside, and it should be clean into turn 1. Jordan could try it. And he is diving it down the inside. He's really trying to force a move, but he's forcing himself into the mistakes, which is not great at all. Small Guy has also dropped down to 5th in all of this. In fact, I think Doug is it Doug that's dropped down, or is it Small Guy? One of those two has dropped down the field, dropped down a position from the start, and we've got 15 minutes, just under 15 minutes left. Kenke Dot leads away from Elliott, and Jerez are in 3rd. Doug and Small Guy completing out the top 5 at the minute. Super Hero now beginning to pull clear of Grand Jet 10. A little bit of a train forming up with Dude in the background. Grand Jet 10 getting caught on that wall on the inside. You don't want to be doing that, because Dude's now all over the back of him. German's just got to sit tight and sit in behind him, if I've got to be honest. 7-7 is beginning to catch these as well, which is good to see. Dude is running the white pills on his car. And the two Germans sitting 8th and 9th at the minute, and 7-7 is beginning to get into a rhythm. Grand Jet 10 just hits the wall on the inside. I think Dirty actually followed him into a mistake there. Let's have a look at the battles going on further up the field. Small Guy is still all over the back of Doug. Doug losing it down the hills on the downhill section. He's done well to get it through the corner. That was perfect through there. Small Guy on the inside line has now got 4th place, but for how long? Because Doug is going to try and fight back here, and it's going to be side-by-side action running down the straight. Small Guy has to pull out the slipstream to try and Doug has tried to pull out the slipstream and get this move done. He's going around the outside, similar to what we saw with Elliott try to do on that one. And Doug now trying to go. He's got the inside line. Has he got the brakes and the balls? Small Guy trying to turn in. Doug's outrun himself at the corner. Doesn't want to hit Small Guy off, and Small Guy gets past safely, and Doug now down to 5th, and he's losing time on his fellow Brit. Super Hero's running behind in 6th. Dude and 7th, and Grand Jet 10 now having a bit of a set too. Grandeur 10 outrun himself into the corner potentially here, and he's just not suiting that car at all. Maybe this track is getting the best of him. And Dirty now overtakes him and immediately pulls 3/10 clear of him. Jordan not going for moving to turn 1. 7-7 still running around in 9th. And Pablo must have made another mistake, or he's just being totally outclassed at the minute. But K&K Dot leads by 2.9 seconds as we are about to approach 2/4 distance, if you like. We're nearly halfway in this endurance race. Elliott in 2nd, Jerez are in 3rd. Small Guy and Doug are still battling. Let's keep an eye on this. Small Guy now up to 4th. Doug is going around the outside, and this will be very tricky if he tries to get this done. Using the wall to great effect there. A little bit of a wall ride. It's not GTA. And he's got the inside line now. He's going to be forced on the outside. Small Guy defending the position very well. Good driving between these two. Got to be careful that they don't hit the wall. Still side by side through here. Great driving.